here. The annual expansion team rebuild, and my hair is a mess. Hats on for this one. So we are the Raleigh Bulldogs. I quickly made some terrible looking jerseys and terrible looking court, but that's okay. Here we go, the expansion draft as the Raleigh Bulldogs. I feel like every time I've done, whoa, there are some good players in here. Hold on. These teams just want to get off these salaries, but these are some good players. Not expecting that. All right, well, with my first pick in the expansion team rebuild, I feel like I have to take Pascal Siakam. 30 years old, 88 overall, locked up long term. The Ravens are going to take Brandon Miller. Am I blind? Okay, well, I should have taken Brandon Miller. I'm going to take Jalen Duren here. All right, Brandon Miller was probably the best young player available. I don't know why Charlotte would let him be available here, but this is crazy. There's already so many. I almost feel like we could make a title contender in year one with just Siakam and Duren. I'm gonna go for OG Anunoby. I feel like I've got my front court of the future solved. They chose Rudy Gobert and Jimmy Butler. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really want to be stuck with these huge contracts. I feel like there's not a lot of guards here. Fred VanVleet getting paid $42 million is not a winning formula. Seems like the other teams are just using this expansion rebuild to salary dump. Okay, Jose Alvarado is on a steal of a contract. We're gonna snag him. Isaiah Joe, I mean, this guy can shoot. We're gonna snag him. Yeah, at this point, I don't really want to take these high salary guys that the other expansion team is taking. I kind of want to keep my cap clean. Peyton Watson, this guy's got a really nice low contract, 77 overall. Big fan of that. I wouldn't mind taking on Bradley Beal if it just wasn't so expensive, man. These guys are so expensive. Let's take Scottie Pippen Jr. Ryan Dunn on the Suns, 21 years old. I'm gonna snag that. I'm going for these rookie contracts, man. I'm snagging these rookie contracts. Max Christie on the Lakers. Honestly, not a bad contract either. Just a pretty low overall. Let's take a flyer on him. I don't know if he'll develop the way I want him to, but it's okay. Gogo Bitadze, decent contract. Yeah, I'm just going for the guys with decent contracts here. Chris Dunn. I just feel like anyone north of 30 we should probably avoid. D'Anthony Melton will take on a 1 year. Ben Simmons, just a gigantic expiring contract. Plus, it's for the memes. Yeah, I just don't want to take guys who are going to clog my cap. PJ Tucker, just for the expiring, man. Sure, Karis LeVert. I think our team is going to be too good for me to really tank. So to start out our expansion team rebuild, our first year as the Dogs. Got Alvarado, Isaiah Joe, OG Anunoby, Siakam, and Duren. Low-key, my forwards and center. Love this front court combo. I think is amazing. I honestly could see this being the core of my championship team if I can figure out the guard situation. I honestly think Isaiah Joe is perfectly fine as a starting 2 guard on this team. We just need to figure out a superstar point guard. Question is, can I start building up some draft capital for the future? Like a guy like Karis LeVert, I don't even really want him to get minutes on my team. Memphis will throw me a first-round pick. I won't say no to that. All right, I don't want to take on Caleb Martin's contract, but first-round pick swap between the Sixers and Clippers sounds awesome to me. I feel like that could be an amazing pick, so I'm going to trade D'Anthony Melton for that. So after that flurry of trades, I've got this weird bench unit with Peyton Watson, Pippen Jr., Ryan Dunn, and Max Christie. None of these guys are going to be stars one day, but I'm hoping we're just going to have a really nice bench. And the nice thing is, everybody's under contract for next year. I think we're going to make the play-in here in the East, if I were to guess. I'm going to simulate to the trade deadline of this season and see how it goes. And yeah, I mean, we are just stacking some W's to get this year started. We lost to the other expansion team in our first game against them, which I don't like, but that's okay. I'll live. We're somehow 6th in the conference, despite having a losing record. The East sucks. So 24 and 29. I mean, we just put up 66 points in a game. We don't have a really good offense. The Knicks are 40 and 12. Yeah, I mean, our offense is horrible. We are last in the conference in offense. I feel like we need a proper point guard. So the Trae Young trade is still sitting there, but I kind of like this Darius Garland trade. We're going to give up our first round pick, but we're playoff bound anyway, so I'm okay with that. I don't know why Cleveland would make that trade. I mean, they've just got the 3-headed monster of Mobley, Allen, and Siakam. All right, so now we've got Garland, Isaiah Joe, Anunoby, Ryan Dunn, and Duren as our starters. Alvarado, Peyton Watson, Strus, Bitadze, Scottie Pippen Jr., and a little sprinkle of Max Christie off the bench. I don't usually play 11 guys deep, but I just kind of want to see what young guys stick, which one young guys develop, and which ones don't. I still have the Grizzlies first round pick, and they actually have the same record as me. So nice. All right, I'm hoping Garland added to this team will help stimulate our offense and make us a better team going forward. We'll see. I have a feeling that will be the case. I can't imagine Siakam is the one propping up my defense all that much. But if we can finish this year with a winning record, I'll feel happy. And there we are, 31-30. Stop the count. Okay, Luka with the MVP. Jared McCain, Rookie of the Year. Jalen Duren, Most Improved for us. Trae Young made second team. I'm so surprised they wanted to trade him. So we ended up being the number 4 seed in the conference. On the Western Conference side, Vancouver Ravens, the other expansion team, because they just took all the good old players. Gobert, Butler, Paul George. I mean, this is a pretty stacked team. Yeah, it's literally, they just took all the currently good players. They are the number 1 seed. That team honestly could win the championship. Yeah, they ended up going 61-21. We had the worst offense in the entire NBA with the best defense. So going against the Boston Celtics, I mean, I feel like we're at a huge disadvantage here. They have a superstar scorer in Tatum, elite supporting cast. We don't really have guys like that. So I don't understand how we have a better record than the Celtics, but let's simulate this first round of the playoffs and see if we can pull off the upset. We cannot. The Celtics beat us. All right, so the Cavs ended up making the finals despite giving us Garland, and the NBA champion this first year is the Dallas Mavericks. All right, and the pick we get in the draft is the 13th pick in the draft, courtesy of the Memphis Grizzlies. Okay, our head coach, Millen Mack. Who is this? I'm gonna fire him and bring in a real coach, Nick Nurse. I hope Nick Nurse accepts. He's got a lot of offers, and he doesn't accept. Okay. Hal Boheim? All right, for the memes, we're going to hire JC Wembanyama. I like how one guy named Wemby joins the NBA, and now they're all over 2K. Okay, with the 13th pick in the draft, we're going to be taking Drake Powell from North Carolina, basically down the street from where we play. So Cooper Flag goes to the Wizards. Nothing new there. Our guy ended up being a 75 overall. I'm pretty happy about that. We're not going to be involved in free agency. We're actually still over the salary cap quite a bit. All right, player progression, not as much as I was hoping to see. Jalen Duren up to an 84. Peyton Watson, 79. Ryan Dunn, 79. He could maybe be our starting power forward of the future. Maybe. Strus, 78. I was kind of hoping these young guys were going to develop a bit more, but honestly, it just kind of gives our rotation some more clarity if some of these guys aren't going to get better. All right, I'm going to trade Caleb Martin and Max Christie for a top 3 protected Pacers pick. I'm going to trade Jose Alvarado, Max Strus, and a 27 first to pick up Dalton Connect. This might be a bit of an overpay, but I just kind of want to consolidate my rotation a bit this year. That gives me Darius Garland, Dalton Connect, OG Anunoby, Ryan Dunn, and Jalen Duren as my starting lineup. I have pretty much a lot of shooting between Garland, Connect, and Anunoby. And Dunn here has a B three-pointer. He only averaged 30% last year in our sim, so maybe I kind of need to not love this guy a little too much. So maybe I'm overhyping Dunn, and I maybe need to move him for a more traditional big since I have good shooting from these three. Off the bench, I've still got Isaiah Joe, Peyton Watson, Pitazzi, can you even say this guy's name? Scottie Pippen Jr. I think I'm going to try to move OG Anunoby as well before we start this year. Just feel like for how much money he's making, I kind of want more production. But I'm not seeing a trade that I really like, so I think I'm going to hold off for now. With that in mind, I'm going to go to the trade deadline, see how the team is doing, and probably make an adjustment for there. I'm really not sure if we're going to be kind of a mid-team again, or if we're going to actually be decent this year. I mean, we could even be bad. I feel like I don't really have a feel for it at the moment. At the trade deadline, a clean 33-17. That actually puts us right in the neighborhood of the Knicks and the Cavaliers. Our offense got fixed from last season, and our defense is still pretty solid. Getting really good production from Garland and Connect, but I feel like OG Anunoby only averaging 9-10 points a game is not going to cut it, man. I feel like we're going to have to trade OG here. I feel like the issue is I don't even know quite what I'm looking for in this kind of a trade. Like this Kawhi Leonard trade, if we're going to try to win the championship this year, I mean, is Kawhi ever even going to play again? Oh, Jimmy Butler is down to an 85 overall. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to make some sort of like big package to make this possible. Maybe Ryan Dunn. I know we talked about potentially shipping him out. Josh Green isn't really doing much on my team, but he can probably contribute to another team. Man, I'm really thinking about this Kawhi trade. So he's down to about 18 points a game, shooting okay. I feel like Anunoby is not giving me anything, and I'm really not giving anything up. I'm actually getting off of the contract sooner. I'm going to make this trade. I feel like it's a little risky, but I feel like we need it. All right, so I got Garland, Connect, connect Leonard, Dunn, and Duran. And then off the bench, I got the other Dunn. I've got Goga, Isaiah Joe, Peyton Watson. I mean, I feel like this is a good team. I feel like putting Leonard in there is going to actually help our scoring quite a bit. I kind of want to upgrade the Ryan Dunn spot, try to maybe get a different big in there. I feel like my keepers are Peyton Watson and Isaiah Joe. These guys are important to have. Chris Dunn, I just got in that trade, so I can't use him. And Goga's my backup center. So I don't really have the moves right now to be able to switch out Ryan Dunn unless I use some draft capital to do it. Dyson Daniels, I'd love to trade for this guy. It's just not what I actually need, but I feel like this is a crazy trade for me to pass up. I'd have to re-sign him to a big contract though. That's the scary thing. And he's averaging 8 points a game and he's not shooting the ball super well. We're gonna pass. I might regret that, but we're gonna pass for now and we're gonna plow on ahead. We're the 3 seed in the East. Can we do better than that by the end of the season? Let's find out. All right, Doncic with another MVP. Cooper Flag, the Rookie of the Year. No All-NBA guys for us, but we do finish as the #1 overall seed. We were 57-25, so we were actually extremely dominant after the Leonard trade. Our offense and our defense both improved as a result of that trade. For our team, Leonard's scoring went down as he got traded to us, but I mean, more scoring across the board from our starting lineup, that's for sure. Ryan Dunn averaging 6.7 points a game does scare me a little bit. But I don't know. I think we should be decent in the playoffs here. The Detroit Pistons, they got Cade Cunningham, Asar Thompson, but this team's not very good. I think we're going to beat this team. They beat us in game 1. We beat them in game 2. Okay, I'm hoping this series, no more funny business. You know, we lose the first game of the playoffs. It's all good and fun. We somehow lose that game. Somehow we only win in 6. That's a little worrisome. Here in round 2, we've got the Toronto Raptors. They've got Scotty Barnes, Grady Dick, Lauri Markkanen. I mean, this is a good team, but it's not a crazy good team. Walker Kessler, they must have made a big trade with the Jazz. Dude, Dalton Connect has 63 perimeter defense. I don't have a lot of defense in my backcourt with Darius and Dalton. This is not good. All right, I don't know why I'm kind of nervous. I have a gut feeling we're going to lose this series. So hopefully my gut is wrong. Maybe it's because I'm hungry. I don't know. I need a snack. But it is 2-2. 3-2 us. All right, we are in the conference finals. And it's time for me to snack on some Cavaliers. Malik Monk, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Johnson, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. This is not the team that just went to the finals. What is this team? All right, game 1. They beat us in game 1. They beat us in game 2. We take game 3 as a revenge. We tie it up at 2. We go up 3-2. Oh, it's going to a game 7. Okay. I mean, we could be going to the finals in only our second years as a franchise. I don't know if we're going to pull it off. We're down quite a bit here in this game 7. Oh, we retake the lead in the third. They take it back. Oh, we're down 7 with a minute left. Okay. Wow, we lost by 2 points. All right. Timberwolves win the chip. All right, time for year 3. I think this is our year. That would have been a little soon to win in the second season. Oh my God. The Thunder and the Celtics have the first 3 picks in this NBA draft. So we basically have to win before the Thunder's new rookies come online. Like the first pick and the second pick for this Thunder team via the Clippers and the Jazz. I mean, this can happen in real life. That's the scary thing. Anyway, I'm picking 18th because of the Pacers. And with my 18th pick, I'm taking Mingyu Liu from China. All right, the Thunder picked a 78-year-old, 22-year-old, and a 76-year-old, 21-year-old. I feel like that's kind of mid. Bro, this dude looks like the kid from Toy Story. What the... I'm actually pretty happy with our pick. 74 overall at 20 years old is not bad. Okay, so I'm going to try to trade Josh Green here in the offseason before I re-sign a lot of players. One, it'll open up cap space. He just doesn't really have a place on our team. Drake Powell, we didn't even play our rookie. I'm honestly wondering if I should find a new home for him too. He's only 19. I'm going to trade Josh Green to the Bulls for a first-round pick. Just going to open up a little bit of cap space. Not that we need it because we're going to go over the cap once again. We're going to re-sign Jalen Duran. I don't want to overpay. $35 million seems pretty fair. Peyton Watson, our first guy off the bench, bring him back on a big deal. $15 million seems kind of fair. All right, I'm bringing both of these guys back, and I am at negative $45 million in cap space. So Kawhi Leonard, there's no way his rating doesn't go scoring downward. I need to trade him. Oh my God, we could end up with Pascal Siakam again. Loki, I don't know if that would be a bad move for us. I don't want to give up Isaiah Joe because he's such a good shooter, but look at this guy, 19 years old, 77 overall. Kind of looks like me from like 2018. Yo, what's good, guys? It's Jai Down. That's a plus. Siakam kind of helps me get back to that more like double big identity, whereas Leonard at the 4 is more small volley. I can play connect at the 3 and actually bring in someone who can defend a little bit at the 2 maybe. I think this is just a smart trade to make. We're going to do it. All right, so a lot of green arrows. Duran's up to an 86. I got connected at 83. Ryan Dunn at an 83. 82. My bad, Ryan. Watson up to an 80. This guy is up to an 80, who we just traded for. Drake Powell up to an 80 as well. I mean, that makes this guy pretty expendable. Our boy Drake Powell here with a B+ defense. Bataz D off the bench. I feel like maybe we upgrade that backup big spot. I feel like we have the ammo to do it. We don't really need Scottie Pippen Jr. I feel like we actually are in a pretty good spot here to make some real moves. All right, I feel like the roster's in such a good spot. We have so many good young players. Like, I don't even have minutes for some of these guys, but I don't need all of them. I feel like let's go to the trade deadline. Let's see if we can consolidate some of these young guys into another star, and then I think this could actually be a title year. But hopefully we don't take a huge step back from our Kawhi Leonard trade. Hopefully Siakam doesn't make us take a step back, but we'll see what happens. We're going to simulate until January 21st and make a decision from there. On January 21st, we are 32-11. I mean, best record in the East by quite a bit. It scares me, though, that the Cavs have a better defense than us, considering they beat us last year. Garland is really leading the way scoring-wise with 24. And then Powell, who's starting for the first time, Connect and Duran. But Siakam is only scoring 13 a game. I feel like whoever's in our power forward spot just doesn't score a lot. I think it's time for us to make a move here. With Siakam back on the team and Ryan Dunn just being better at the same age, I don't really need a Peyton Watson anymore. Chris Dunn, don't really need him either. So let's see if we can make a move with these two. We can trade him for Mitchell Robinson, but I gotta give up a first-round pick as well. I'm not in love with that. Goga here? Nope. I feel like this is a straight center upgrade for me, like that I kind of need, and I feel like Peyton Watson doesn't really need to play for me that much. I kind of feel like I'm losing this trade, but it does give me what I want in a year where I'm contending for the title, so I'm gonna make this trade. Okay, so now I'm down to a tight Garland, Powell, Connect, Siakam, Duran, starting rotation, with McNeely, Dunn, and Robinson off the bench. I'm down all the way to an 8-man rotation. I've really consolidated the roster. I mean, this McNeely guy ended up being the best player in that Siakam trade, I feel like. I think we're a damn good team. I think the team is better than before the trade deadline, so let's see what happens. All right, we went 58-24, one game better than last year. Jokic an MVP. Our boy Darius Garland finally made an All-NBA team. Here in the first round, we're going against the Chicago Bulls. Their best players, Kobe White and Nikola Vucevic. I feel like this should be an easy win for us. Should be. They have a 72 overall at point guard. Should be. This is the type of team that always seems to beat me in these games. Wow, we won in 7. Next up, the Orlando Magic. Wagner, Banchero, Dylan Harper, Suggs. This is a crazy team. We take game 1. They got 2. Uh-oh. Came into Orlando. We stole their team colors, and we steal the series. We're going against Cleveland now. Cleveland beat us last year. This has been a crazy rebuild. At one point, we traded Siakam to Cleveland. We traded back for Siakam, but we didn't even trade for the Cavaliers to get Siakam. We got him from the Magic. We just beat, weirdly enough. I hope this is the year we can beat this Cavs team. I mean, they're starting a 72 point guard, bro. We should be able to beat this team. Last year, they beat us in 7. I feel like this is the year we beat them. We're up 2-0, 3-0. Come on. Don't choke the 3-0. Don't choke the 3-0. There we go. We are finally in the NBA Finals going against Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. Mavs team is Luka, Kyrie, Chris Middleton, John Collins, and Derek Lively. Whoa. This is going to be a tough one, man. All right, let's figure this out. This Mavericks team was the 7th seed and ended up somehow making it to the finals as a 7 seed. All right, here we go. The Mavericks, they take game 1 by 1 point. All right, we beat them in game 2. God, they take game 3 by 3. They take game 4. Okay, we claw back, and they beat us in 6. Doncic, 30 points. Problem with the roster, I'm realizing we don't really have an answer for Luka. Like, I put Siakam on him. I don't even know. Yeah, I can't guard him with Garland. I can't guard him with Connect. Siakam was honestly my best answer. Not that anyone could guard Luka anyway, but maybe we need more offense. I don't know. Well, either way, we're not involved in this draft. Holy cow. The #1 overall pick is an 83-year-old, 7'3", 19-year-old. That is going to be scary to deal with. Hopefully, we don't have to deal with that in the future. We drafted Derrick Rose in the 2nd round. So this is going to be a crazy free agency. Wembanyama and Jokic and Donovan Mitchell, hopefully he leaves the Cavs, are all free agents. A lot of super stud free agents. Unfortunately, I have no cap space, but I have my team in place, so we're skipping out on free agency this year. Now, Siakam got a little bit worse. This is the last year of his contract. I think it might be time to move on from Siakam, but the rest of the team, man, is looking so good. I think we can make some moves. I feel like I'm doing Siakam dirty, trading him over and over again, and he literally was the first player we ever had as a part of our franchise, but trying to win a title here, man. I just don't know if I can find a trade quite yet. Mingyu Liu getting good, making Mitchell Robinson expendable. Let's see if the team is still good again. I literally feel like bad for trading Siakam. Like, he was the first guy I picked in the expansion draft. You know, he led us to the finals. I mean, Garland led us to the finals, but still, the team is looking awesome. Same lineup as last year. Can we maybe upgrade the connects? Can we maybe upgrade something about it to just help with the defense? I feel like the defense is our problem. I'm all over the place, bro. We're gonna go through the trade deadline, see how we are, see if we're a team again. I mean, I feel like we were close to winning the finals. You know, we lost in 6. It's not like we were a disaster. The Mavericks were a 7 seed. Am I drinking the copium right now? How much copium am I drinking right now? I'm full on that. I'm cranking it up. But it's all good. Dude, 15-4, 16-5, 16-6. Okay, we're losing. We're literally losing games. Why am I getting all jacked up? Bam out of bio for Siakam. Oh, I want to do it, but we don't need Bam. We're 6th in the conference and we're 25-12. What is going on in this conference? How good is everybody? Lot of good teams. Lots of good teams. Okay. We're not good enough. We're not good enough. How can I trade Siakam for like an absolute superstar? Maybe I throw in Dunn. Jaren Jackson Jr. averaging 16 a game. Siakam's averaging 13. Jaren is younger. Ryan Dunn, I don't know. He's a part of our bench though. This is a tough. I'm going to offer Siakam and 2 firsts for Anthony Davis. Yes. Okay. I did not expect that to work. Garland, Powell, Connect, Anthony Davis, Jalen Duren, off the bench, McNeely, Ryan Dunn, Mitchell Robinson. For the regular season, I'll go to a 9-man rotation so Scottie Pippen Jr. can play a little bit because I've got Mingyu Liu off the bench. I feel like I can upgrade this Robinson, Pippen Jr., maybe Ryan Dunn, like just consolidate one more piece, but I don't want to overgo for this season. But I feel like we're a title team. We kind of got to go all in. All right, let's see if this trade is working. We're going to simulate about another month. I still have time before the trade deadline to see if this trade is going to help me pick up my weight in the conference. I know we're 6, so maybe I wasn't as good as I thought I was, but I think after that Anthony Davis trade, I think I am as good as I think I am. I don't know if that made any sense, but it did in my head. All right, 36-16. We got up to 3rd in the conference. Mitchell Robinson, I feel like we need to trade him. Scottie Pippen Jr. I don't use. What is the trade here, man? All right, the Warriors are 26-25. They're kind of a middling team. They're built around Jordan Poole and Jokic. Can I make a Jokic trade happen? Can I go crazy in this expansion rebuild? Nikola Jokic, 97 overall. I'm going to offer Jalen Duren, Liam McNeely, Terrence Jeffries. I feel like this is a pretty fair trade. Nikola Jokic has a no trade clause. He will not waive. Nikola, dude, this team, if Nikola Jokic, how do I convince? Why would you? Jokic, why you do this to me? Man, I'm just worried my team's not good enough. I really don't want to go into the playoffs with this roster. I just don't feel confident that we're going to win the championship. The Milwaukee Bucks are 12-39. Can I make a trade for Giannis? They're 12-39. Jalen Duren and Liam McNeely. I mean, this guy's a young stud. This guy is a current stud, and they won't trade Giannis. Giannis, come on. You guys are terrible. I throw in 2 first-round picks on top of that. Bruh, what's gonna blow you away? This is like the greatest trade package ever. I'm rolling with my team, man. There's a chance. I mean, Anthony Davis is a big upgrade over Pascal Siakam. That was our big move. I mean, our team did get better after we did that. That Giannis trade, though, or that Jokic trade would have been sick. All right, Cooper Flagg wins the MVP. Josh Giddey is the 6th man. See, we just never have the superstars, man. None of our guys made an All-NBA team. And we ended up as the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. 60-22. We improved on our record from last year, but the Cleveland Cavaliers are back to being a powerhouse. And this Raptors team we're playing in the first round is a 49-win 7 seed. So that is brutal. They're still built around Scottie Barnes and Grady Dick, but they still don't really have anyone good at point guard. I feel like we could win this series. We should win this series, but let's see what happens. We take the first 2. They take the first game in Toronto. We come back at game 4. It's game 6 time, and we win in 6. Okay, we've got the Orlando Magic again. Now, this team is pretty damn stacked. I'm not gonna lie. They got Paolo Banchero, John Collins at center is a weird one. Dylan Harper, Jalen Suggs. I mean, this team is loaded, just like our team. They take the first game and they blow us out. They blow us out by 40 in the second game. We claw back in that third game. And this is bad because Anthony Davis is old. Game 6. Can we do this? Can we come back in a game 6 here? All right, come on. Game 6. Here we go. Oh, boy. I'm nervous. I feel like if we can get it back to Raleigh, we're going to win the series. But, oh, it's so close. Don't let them take the lead. Oh, my God. We won by 1. Oh, my God. All right. Game 7. Come on. Please. Game 7, come on, man. In Raleigh. In Raleigh. Make these Magic fans drive up the coast. What is going on in this third quarter? Bro, we got demolished. Oh, we're cursed. Are we cursed? And now the Thunder just loaded up on all those good players. So we traded our pick in this draft. We did trade that 76ers Clippers swap. Imagine if my first failed rebuild of the year is the expansion rebuild. That would not be fun. All right, we got to re-sign Darius Garland. So let's do that. And we got to re-sign Dalton Connect and Ryan Dunn. All right, we get all 3 guys to come back. Anthony Davis declines this offseason. I'm pretty scared of that. Down to an 87 isn't terrible. We just don't have that superstar. Wow, Terrence Jeffries, this guy on our bench, you got a lot better. That helps. All right, I feel like Garland and Duran are the 2 guys, and Connect are like the 3 guys we keep kind of building around. Are they the answers? Will Jokic waive his no trade clause this time?
Nope.
Jokic won't leave, bro. Why Jokic? You could win the title on my team for sure, bro. I'm going to try for Giannis again. I know they're probably going to say no, but it's worth a shot. Dude, I don't understand how this guy won't trade me Giannis. Like, this is an insane trade offer. How many first-round picks does this guy need? 2 firsts. Your team was dog last year. Trade Giannis to the Bulldog. Timberwolves last year, 41-41. This team is literally just terrible. So the Blazers have been trying to trade me Klingon every year. And it's because Klingon is not a scorer. He's an 89 overall. He was an 88 last year, but he's only averaging 8 a game. Davis scored 14 a game for me last year. I don't know what to do, man. I just feel like we're stuck. I just want to figure out how I can trade for some superstar player, man. Once again, we will go simulate until the trade deadline, and we will try to see if we can figure one out from there. Maybe one of these teams finally gives up one of these superstars. I just feel like I'm giving up crazy trade package. You know, the core of this team has been a very good team. I'm a 1 or a 2 seed every year. These players are getting me a 1 or a 2 seed every year. We've been an okay playoff team, 1 finals appearance, a conference finals appearance, but maybe my players aren't as good as I think they are. I don't know. Okay, 38-13, but only 4th in the power ranks despite being 1st in the conference. 2nd in the NBA standings. Cleveland has the best defense in the NBA by a mile. Like, if we can't overcome that, we're not going to win. Milwaukee is still last place, dude, and they won't trade Giannis. There aren't any players on this team that are untouchable. Is this the year we can make the Giannis trade happen? So finally, they're offering me trades for Giannis. So I don't like either of the ones that they've proposed, but let's see if I can propose one. Finally. Duran and McNeely for Giannis.
Nope.
Not interested. Okay. Duran McNeely in a first-round pick.
Nope.
Not interested. Duran McNeely in 2 first-round picks. Yes! Got Darius Garland, Drake Powell, Dalton Connect, Giannis, Anthony Davis, Terrence Jeffries, Ryan Dunn, Mitchell Robinson, Ming-Yu Liu off the bench. We need a bench guard since we traded ours. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Milwaukee Bucks fire sale. De'Aaron Fox. Bro. I mean, they're the worst team in the conference. They were the worst team with De'Aaron and Giannis. It honestly makes sense for them to trade De'Aaron. The Knicks are also horrible in this rebuild. They're 3rd to last in the conference, so it makes sense they'd want to trade Brunson for depth. All right, Brunson it is. On the bench. All right, I've completely reshaped the team, and I'm relying on Ming-Yu Liu to really patch it up as a backup center, but I got Anthony Davis, and I got Giannis. Man, I feel like this is the year. This is our team, man. This is our team. Played through that star, brother. I feel like this has to be the year, man. We finally got the Giannis trade. This is it. This is it. We're going to be a big, tough, rough, physical team. We're going to beat the snot out of people. We're going to win the rebounding battle every game. Dynamic guards. We have the best 6-man in the league, Jalen Brunson. This is our year. Ace Bailey, Rutgers basketball legend. Most valuable player, Giannis, Raleigh Bulldogs legend on that All-NBA third team. Our boy Giannis averaged 18 a game. Everyone's scoring goes down when they play for my team. And we are the 2 seed. We won 61 games. Every year we improve by 1 win. All right, us in Cleveland, man. This is going to be a battle. This is going to be a battle. Here we go. Round 1, I'm not even going to look at who the Bulls have. Things were looking so good. What happened? How the fuck did we lose to Pascal Siakam? How the fuck? Dude, 2K. What happened in game 7? Jalen Brunson, 22. Powell, 20. Giannis, 17. Davis, 6 of 7. How the fuck did we lose? Well, every year the expansion rebuild is a multi-part series. I feel like we need to finish this rebuild. This was just disappointing. And I feel like we've been doing so many win now moves. We're not quite set up for success, kind of, but let me know what you guys think. Leave a like for part 2. If you enjoyed this video, though, click up here to watch my Toronto Raptors rebuild. It was a lot of fun. More successful than this one. See you guys in the next one. Peace.